Pretty cool.
Well, welcome to the Frank and Joe Show. Our audio is not going to play on our intro there. That's going to probably be on the producer. I'll get with him right after the show, and we'll get that squared away as to why that didn't play. But this is the last show of the Frank and Joe Show for 2025. Frank, how you feeling today, and how you feeling about the seeing 2025 out the door?
Yeah, I feel good about everything. I feel good today. Glad to see 2025 goodbye. Things are looking good. 2026 ought to be a good year. That's my thought.
Well, for sure, it's going to be different. And as you know, we've got Corey Brooks hosting our X Space, our companion space with that. Corey, how you guys reading us inside of X?
Oh, we're getting y'all loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
See, we got a few of the solids in there. The Range Minded Podcast, Hawk, Doc J, just me, our coordinator for the Grand Jury Show, Ronan, a few others. Looks like we're filling up. You guys in that space, repost this out. A quote tweet is better. And B says, "Happy New Year, Frank."
Happy New Year, B.
I don't know, something, maybe Joe's in there too, but for sure she said Happy New Year to you. I don't know. Why is that, Frank? Why do people that watch the show seem to be more endearing towards you and like kind and kind of shitty to me? Why is that?
Well, Joe, I believe it's because they know I'm a nice guy, senior citizen on top of that. And they know that you're kind of a grumpy, middle-aged asshole. I mean, I hate to put it that way, but I'm thinking.
Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that at all. I tell you what, with that though, this is kind of how I feel about your last comment in 2025. This is an odd experiment. Has anybody ever tried to mix salt with salt water? I know it sounds benign, but there's actual chemical reaction. If you take table salt, say to the ocean, or put it on something like sand that's wet, or you put it onto ocean water with salt water, you'll see a pretty interesting chemical reaction to this. Have you ever seen this, Frank? Did you know about this phenomenon? Does anybody else in the space ever heard of this phenomenon?
No, I have not, and I don't know where to get some seawater from. So
you don't know where to get seawater from? It's in the name, the sea.
Yeah, but there's no sea by where I stay at, sir. But thank you.
Okay. Well, you would have to have access to salt water if this is true, but check this out. It's pretty amazing. Good way to close out 2025. Some things up. Here we go. There.
Yeah.
Salt water on the There's your reaction for you, Frank. There's your reaction.
That was a good one. Yeah, I like that.
Right?
Yeah, that was cool. Only you could find something like that.
It's all over the internet, Frank. You just have to look.
Okay. All right.
So that's how we kick it off. That's how I feel about 2025. I'm ready for it to go. It's actually not been a horrible year.
No.
But I'm ready for it to go. Let's see what I'm looking forward to 2026. Do you have any highlights from 2025, Frank?
Yeah, Joe, it was a good year. Gas is coming down. We got a good president. He's doing things about drugs. We're uncovering fraud, trying to cut back government waste, and supposedly the tariffs are doing well for us. So, yeah, I think 2025 has been a pretty good year overall. A good change, a really, really positive change.
Okay. Now, you've seen more New Year's than most of us. Do you feel like you learn something every year? Like you change your worldview, not necessarily worldview, your view on something, you learn on a position or soften on a position. Does that happen on an annual basis for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Every year you grow a little and you learn a little, Every year that goes by, there's something to be gained by it. And if you're not, then you're stagnant. Your mind isn't doing much if you don't notice changes from 10 years ago to today or whatever. But no year is ever the same.
Yeah, the Range Minded podcast says, yeah, Frank met us. Of course, it was a good year for him. He said, this was a banner year for you because you've met this group on X, Frank.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I agree with him. I can't say we're
agree.
not great people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good year. Yeah, have a lot of new friends, and I enjoy this. I don't know how to explain it. It's a whole different world. It's a
It is a different
whole
world.
new world. Whole new world.
Also on X, we learn we learn things, right?
Sure.
We
Yeah.
didn't know. It's kind of an exposure to walks of life that we're not accustomed to.
Yeah.
And this year, not that I didn't know about them, but this year I learned a little bit more about pronouns. Let's take a look at this.
Mhm.
I use they and them as my pronouns. And when someone uses they and them as my pronouns, I feel like that person is listening to me. That person cares about me, and that person wants to have a conversation with me.
Oh my God. Oh jeez.
Non-binary activist explains why pronouns are important. If you're not watching it, you're just in the stream. We're looking at a balding man in his 30s with a mustache, shadow, beard growth, in a black dress.
Yeah.
So of course we want to listen to him. You heard what he said. When we say his pronouns, it means we want to hear what he has to say. Let's hear what he's.
I've added a new set of pronouns to the pronouns that I'm comfortable being called. I've been sitting on Fair's pronouns for a while. My other thing about this new set of pronouns is that I would only like for queer and trans people to use them for me. Cis-het people, they, them. Queer and or trans people, you can use they, them, or Fair.
I use they and them as my pronouns. And when someone uses they and them as my pronouns, I feel like that person is listening to me. That person cares about me, and that person wants to have a conversation with me.
Wow.
Now, do you remember? Does this guy look familiar to you?
Yeah, he was in the Biden administration. The thing that he was thrown out of the Biden administration for stealing
Stealing clothes out of the airport.
From an airport, and he was probably making good money. He's a moron. He's an idiot. They, them, and all that other bullshit. No, that's something I just when I first. And I'm sure a lot of people feel this way. When you first see these people and they come out and you listen to them, you got to wonder, did they hit their head when they were a baby? What happened to them? Because they're just not on this planet. You know, they're just so out of their friggin' minds. It's amazing.
Let's hear more on it.
Are
Go ahead.
a fascinating part of modern culture. I don't think many people think about them very often until someone like myself or others say their pronouns. So when I introduce myself, I generally say, "Hi, my name's Sam Britton. I use they and them as my pronouns, and I serve as head of advocacy and government affairs for the Trevor Project."
Oh God.
There we go. So X has taught us about pronouns. Now we know the proper way to do that. It's important to recognize someone's pronouns because you're telling them that I want to hear what you have to say. This is what I learned. What about you, Frank?
So what is it that tells them I don't give a shit of what you have to say and I don't want to listen to it? Is there a pronoun for that?
Well, it is when
Like
someone
shut
says,
up.
what are your pronouns? You can say fuck and you.
Yeah, I
That
would
can
say
be your pronouns. It's all
yeah,
okay.
that would be my pronouns then.
What
Yeah,
about in
they're-
the space, guys? Does anybody have any pronouns that they prefer in the space?
Yeah. Well, I identify as a honey badger, and my pronouns are fucking fuck your mother. But you know,
I don't feel like these pronouns are telling our talking to that we want to hear them. Does
yeah.
it?
No.
maybe not, but it sounds cool. But Justin has a hand up. Go ahead, Justin.
Oh, I was going to say I identify as fucking off. So
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
I identify as a
And-
threat. My pronouns are try and me.
Chris has his hand up too. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey there, Chris's girl. Uh, and I don't say that like these are my pronouns, okay? I work in healthcare, and that's what I was gonna say is I refuse to acknowledge that shit. Straight
Amen.
point blank.
Yeah.
I
Amen.
don't call them anything other than the name that is on their chart. If that name is what they go by, boom, that's what you get. You're not getting called sir, ma'am, they, them, none of that bullshit. Sorry, I almost
Yeah.
swore really bad.
Now, Frank,
And it works.
what Miss Chris is saying is that she works in healthcare and she doesn't want to hear what the people are saying. That's what I've learned today. She doesn't
Yep.
want to hear.
That's
Well,
not true. No, that's not true. These people want so desperately to be seen and heard. They,
Yes.
you know, that's the problem with this. Put everybody in a box.
Yeah.
You're this, that, you're other. You're a girl. You're a
Yep.
boy. You're white. You're black.
Yep. Yep.
This is how we do school. This is what's happened, and so these people feel ignored.
Yeah.
And whatever. But I don't have to follow that program just because
No.
that's what they want to do. You know, find
So-
another way to be seen. Get clever. Do
Yeah.
something
So-
clever and intelligent.
Yes. So,
You're in
Dude
Chris,
with a
conversation was
mustache,
confusing.
you're a dude with a mustache and a 5 o'clock shadow and a dress. You're being seen. I promise you. People
Yeah,
are
no
what the
kidding.
fuck you got going on.
So, Chris, my wife works in mortgage for a major bank, and she does mortgages, of course. And she had a person that she was doing a mortgage for who was she kept calling him sir because his voice was that of a man, and he kept telling her, no, it's ma'am. And she said, oh, sorry. So this went on and on. She just kept going, sir. He turned her, he got really pissed off and called her boss and complained about my wife not recognizing him as her. And so, of course, it was nothing but a joke at the bank. It was like, oh my God, this guy, you know, he was pushing his agenda and wanted to be accepted as what he's not, a female. And of course, my wife's supervisor laughed it off, and they all agreed that, you know, he's just, you know, pushing his shit, like he said. And my wife wasn't having it, you know. That's all there was to it.
So that person was really seen and heard. They were talking about him all day.
Yep.
That's what
They
they
sure-
want. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they want. Yeah, right. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that we're going to conform to his bullshit, you know? It's that simple. They don't accept science, you know? And science says you can't be a woman, period. There's no way that's possible.
Science has changed. Just like Pluto used to be a planet, now you can be a chick even if
Yeah.
you got a ding ding.
Yeah.
Put the dress on. That
Yeah.
dude we saw in the video, guys, according to science, that's a chick.
Yeah. He was in the Biden administration. He had something to do with nuclear something. I don't remember what it was. He wasn't there
In the
long.
Department of Energy, and then he got caught stealing suitcases. And
Yeah.
This looks like this video we saw was done after the fact that he had gotten hooked up. So
Uh-huh.
anyway, and again, the Biden administration really was an open and diverse group. It's what makes me feel proud that the Biden administration was there. I mean, it's just so diverse. Don't you
Yeah.
agree, Frank?
No, I don't. It was a shit show. It was a shit show, 100%. Did you ever see the videos of Easter Sunday at the White House when he was in that last Easter?
I was
Did you-
amazing.
did you-
It was diverse too. It was so
Yeah,
inclusive.
it was very diverse. Yeah, it's a mental. It has to be a mental health issue. It has to. I mean, come on. Nobody in their right mind is gonna say, I prefer being a woman and I'm gonna put on a wig and a dress and now I'm a woman. It doesn't work that way.
I'm just hearing boomer bigoted comments right now. That's all.
Yeah, boomer bigoted comment.
Boomer
Well,
bigoted
that's okay.
comments.
That's okay. I don't give a shit. You know, I am what I am. If you don't like it, tough shit.
All right. Well, before we go on to the next subject, I see Ronan's got his hand up in the space. Let's go to Ronan. He's going to want to pontificate for a long time on pronouns and the pros and cons. Go ahead, Ronan.
Not even a little bit. I just wanted to chime in and let you know that my pronouns are ass and hole, and I don't give a shit.
Well, that fits with the Sam guys. I guess you guys get along. He's probably looking for some of that pronoun that you're throwing down.
Probably. That would be.
Pardon the interruption, but don't ass and hole give a lot of shits often?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Man,
Pretty much.
and all that.
Ronan, you want to reconsider your pronouns? You're going to go with it.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking, holiday season, here we are at the end of the year, 2025. A lot of good messages out there. Well, we just lost Frank. See if Frank can get back in here in a moment. We straight up lost him. He fell out of the studio.
What's your pronoun, Joe, while we're waiting for Frank to get back?
I'm just a dude. Whatever that pronoun is, that's what I am.
That's
all right,
it.
Frank, I see you back. If you want your camera on, leave it on. If you don't, cut that thing off. There we go. All right, we got Frank back. So once again, we're at the end of another year, 2025, and in our political leaders and the people that we endear the most are putting out Christmas messages. Here's one from Hope Walls. She's talking about how proud she is of her accomplishments this year. But listen to this quick little video that she put out and this guy's take on it.
Governor Tim Walz, his daughter, Hope, really is the gift that keeps on giving. This might be her best video yet, just because I don't think she realized what she said and how honest she was actually being. Watch this clip and I'll comment on the other side.
I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to all. Today I am holding all of our neighbors that ICE has been terrorizing near and dear to my heart and sending them love and light, as well as all of our unhoused folks and just anybody that may be struggling right now. I'm holding very close to me, and I hope that you can all do so as well. This past year has been a tough one for all of us, but I'm so proud of the work that I have done in this awesome community and everything that you guys do every day. And yeah, happy holidays.
Okay, so the only people being terrorized would be those that are here in the country illegally that have gone and committed other crimes. But that's not what has me laughing. What has me laughing is the fact that she said, I am just so proud of the work that I have done. Being Hope Walz. Hope Walz in the video says that she's proud of herself for posting these videos online. Yes, I'm sure that all the individuals, the unfortunate people that she is so concerned about, feel so much better because they're aware that Hope Walz is posting social media videos and holding them close to her. You know what, Hope? I'm proud of the work you've done as well. You've provided me with quite a bit of content here for the platform. So thank you for that and Happy New Year.
So what do you think about that, Frank? I mean, this is the governor's daughter of Minnesota. She's talking about the atrocities happening to unfortunate immigrants in her state, and she's proud of the work she's done by posting videos. That puts some air under your wings, lift you up this new year?
Oh, God. I mean, what, it's like they're from another planet or something. They don't, it's so hard to explain any of that. It's like, I don't know, that they're just, I think we have a total epidemic of mental health problems today.
Are you saying that Tim Walz's daughter has a mental issue?
Oh God, they all do. Come on, they all do. To side with illegal people being here, using our resources, sucking up all our government money, and now we find there's multi-billion dollars in fraud. So they're delusional. That's the only way you can explain it. They're delusional, and it just seems like a big percentage of Democrats are all that way. It just can't be a mindset. It's a delusion. Period. That's the way I see it.
But doesn't that sum it up for a lot of the folks on the left? It's exactly how she really was. She was proud that what she's posted.
Yeah.
She's been verbal about what she disagrees with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when they do that, they seem to have some sort of real sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
You see that as well?
Yeah. No, yeah, I see what they think. They think they are really changing the world, boy. We agree with everything. We accept everything. Everything is wonderful. A man can be a woman can be a man. They're just out of their minds. If somebody would have told me 20 years ago that we'd be hearing things like that and seeing what we're seeing, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it. I can't comprehend it.
Just would have dreamed, hoping that it would be that way, but just never thought you'd see it in your lifetime.
Never. Never did.
You fought for most of your life, this diversity and
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Mass migration.
Yeah. In a pig's ass. No, I don't. I'm not into any of that shit.
Now, Corey, you're into virtue signaling and things like that. What do you think about Miss Walls's statement there? You stand behind her?
I'm into virtue signaling. Yeah, she's an idiot. Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah,
that shows me right from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying the governor of Minnesota is delusional?
Well, is not that bright, and I think he has a whole scandal on his hand that he's dealing with right now. But what do I know? He's the governor.
Oh, you're talking about the daycare scandal? He's made that real clear. If Donald Trump had not made it difficult for him to oversee his own state government, this wouldn't have happened. I mean, the Trump effect goes deep. We don't realize how difficult it's made people's lives in blue states.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
sure.
True.
We're feeling the effects here in Illinois just as much as anything else. Oh God.
Frank, have you ever had have you ever had an air conditioner installed, a central air and heat unit?
Have I ever had one installed?
Yeah. Are you familiar how they work?
Yeah. I mean, I've had them replaced. I haven't had anything actual installment, but I've had to replace them.
But we know what, if you don't know, a central air and heat unit or an inside unit that has like a vent in every room. It sends it through every house, not a window or a heater in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
They have a return. That means they suck air from inside of your house, pass it through whatever apparatus is going to cool it or heat it, and then they send it back out on these smaller vents inside of each room. It's a pretty important system. But evidently there's a new trend in installing I've lost my place here. These AC units. Take a look at this one and see if you guys would be satisfied with this install.
Yeah.
What do you think, Frank? Would you pull out a checkbook ready to pay for that one?
Yeah, they have the return air right by the commode. So I don't know, man. That's I don't really care to smell their shit and farts when they're sitting on the commode with the return air sitting right there. Ours is by the front door, of the house, in the living room. It's not in the friggin' bathroom.
Look, this one would be horrible. If you're not watching the video from the space, guys, what we've got, you got a toilet and you've got a return, like where you put your filter for your AC unit. literally 2.5 feet from the toilet seat.
Yeah.
So anytime somebody's there having a rough bowel movement, the rest of the house is going to know about it because the air conditioner's going to suck it into the air conditioner and disperse it throughout the house. So,
How did you run into something like that?
found it on X, man. This is shit I learned on X.
It sound like they're full of shit. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
It may not be full of shit, but you're going to think so when you walk in that house. It's going to smell like shit.
Oh man, I never. Why somebody would do that? I don't get it. Must have been a joke.
You'd have to invest in a good box of matches, leave it there, make it mandatory. Somebody strike a match every time they sit down to get that in the AC system prior to the putrid smell coming through.
That's the craziest thing I ever saw. Maybe it was the guy's first home he installed air conditioning in. Oh man!
Look, I promise the next time whoever this is gets an AC unit installed, they're going to pay attention to where that return is. This is going to.
That's unbelievable. That's funny. That's funny shit. Get it?
Yeah, no, I don't know if that would be funny. Anybody in the space ever had an AC unit with a return like that in a weird place?
I have not. And we just got ours replaced a couple years ago. But I tell you what, sounds like the internet wasn't enough, and the liberals had to figure out a new way to spread their opinions.
Yeah. Good one. That's a good one, Ronan. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's diverse and automatic. You don't have to do anything about it. People know you want to be heard when they smell you in the bathroom.
Yeah. No kidding. Oh, jeez.
I can only imagine when you had Mexican night, enchiladas and tacos and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Refried beans.
Oh man, can you imagine like getting something to eat, sitting down with a plate of food, somebody else in your house is blowing one up in the toilet, and you're like, oh god.
Kicks up to a whole new level of Taco Bell with a Baja Blast.
And look, depending on summer or winter, it's going to come out fresh and cool or nice, warm and hot.
Yeah, either way, yeah. Yeah, because that runs through your heat too. Yeah.
So I have a question, and Just Me has her hand up. My question is, was this in the Minnesota governor's mansion? Because it would explain why.
Unknown, undisclosed location. We're not sure. Yeah. Other than bathroom, we're not sure exactly where that was at.
Yeah. It had to be a really, really small place, you know? Because normally, well, it had to be somewhere where they don't have basements, because normally your furnace is in the basement, you know, and your return air is upstairs. It can be anywhere, but surely not in the bathroom.
Frank, any other place in that house, it was a better location than that for the return.
Yeah, exactly. Anywhere. It wouldn't matter where you put it. Yeah.
Any other place.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
So just a little gem I found on X. All right, let's get back to a serious subject. Frank, have you heard of Ozempic and this trend of it being a miracle weight loss drug?
Did you say Ozempic?
Ozempic.
No, never heard of it.
There's, with the medical names, there's Wegovy and a couple of others out there, but these are weight loss drugs that Trump actually has opened the way for that to be taken care of by Medicare, I believe now. So you're seeing it prescribed. It originally was a drug for diabetics to help keep blood sugar stable, I believe.
Yeah.
And they realized that people were on it were losing massive amounts of weight. So now we're seeing the ever melting population, but in particular in celebrities. Take a look at this.
All right.
It's no doubt that Ozempic is the new weight loss craze for celebrities, but some of them look unrecognizable after using it. In many cases, they have a glow up, while others, the star took it too far and lost a ton of weight quickly. Ozempic face is harder to tell with women most of the time because they have traditionally been more likely to use fillers and makeup to cover up imperfections. Now, for another male in the spotlight and his before and after, it's Elon Musk. The Tesla founder formerly shared he doesn't like to work out, but he recently lost 30 pounds or more. When he was asked on X about how he slimmed down, Elon wrote, "Fasting and Ozempic Wegovy and no tasty food near me." Wegovy is just another type of medication like Ozempic. Before, Elon was definitely looking heavier, and these days, he's seriously slimmed down. However, he doesn't have a bad case of Ozempic face, at least not yet. What do you think? While women seem to be better at hiding side effects of Ozempic, some aren't so successful, like Sharon Osbourne. Before, Sharon wasn't always stick thin, but she looked good, and in recent times, she looks like she's almost sickly. The 7-year-old has been open about her journey with her weight over the years, as well as her use of Ozempic. Since starting the drug in the summer of 2023, Sharon Osbourne has revealed a total weight loss of 42 pounds. During an appearance on Piers Morgan Uncensored, Osbourne shared her thoughts on Ozempic. She said, "You can't stay on it forever. I've lost 42 pounds now, and it's just enough." She added, "I didn't actually want to go this thin, but it just happened, and I'll probably put it all on again soon." Far and lost a Star took it too far and lost a and while this might be an exaggeration, it sparked concern given her transformation. It also seems that Ozempic face is more common in those who are older, like Sharon, and her sudden, rapid weight loss resulted in a hollowed out look and an increase in wrinkles and creases. Jessica Simpson is another star who has had a major before and after transformation, but she denies using Ozempic. According to Jessica, she slimmed down due to willpower, and considering she used to have a problem with alcohol, cutting it out largely contributed to her weight loss too. She has lost 100 pounds between 2019 and 2020. Jessica said, "Oh Lord, I mean, it is not Ozempic. It's willpower. I'm like, do people want me to be drinking again because that's when I was heavier? Or they want me to be having another baby? My body can't do it." She has been every size from 0 to 12, which was when she was pregnant. What do you think of Jessica's before and after look?
Well, Frank, what do you think?
What do I think? Okay, well, I'll tell you.
Before and after look.
Yeah, they look terrible. Sometime back in the 80s, there was a girl I knew who the doctors at that time, when you wanted to lose weight, they gave them what they called a black beauty. It was a black pill, and it was a what do they call that? A speed thing. And she'd lose her hair and all kinds of shit. She lost weight, but yeah, that whatever they're doing, whatever's in it is not healthy. There's no doubt about it. Their faces are sunken in. They look like zombies.
Yeah, I tell you what, it is melting people away. There are a lot of not just celebrities, but just people you'll see that are losing a crazy amount of weight. But if you go back to the 50s and 60s, the doctors used to call it the housewife drug, which was methamphetamine.
Yeah, that's it.
They would prescribe it to housewives, both for mood enhancement and weight loss. So you come home, your house was clean, your wife was thin, and she was ready to jump the sack. Life was good back in the 50s and 60s. We just needed little drugs, right?
Yeah. The Rolling Stones had a song about that, Mother's Little Helper. That's exactly what that was about.
You're absolutely right. A lot of people don't realize that meth used to be legal prior to 1970, and it was prescribed heavily to particularly housewives.
Yep.
It's called the housewife's drug.
Yep, sure was. Yeah. Mother's Little Helper. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was rampant.
They made it illegal in 1970, and Mom went to the biker game, become biker whore. So we went from Mother's Little Helper to meth whore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember in the 80s they were still getting them. Maybe they had another name, or maybe I don't know what. But I know this one particular girl who was on them.
I think the one you're talking about is actually an amphetamine that was.
That's it. Yeah.
Was prescribed.
Mm-hmm.
Amphetamine became unlawful in 1970.
Yeah. Wow.
But we got a hand up in the space. We're on the topic of Ozempic. I know somebody was in medical in there, Frank. I heard them squawking around about it before. I'd like to hear their take on Ozempic. But go ahead, just me.
So one thing I want to point out is anybody who's been around for a while, and when I say that, I mean anybody who's been around for 40 or more years, right? You would see that we've had so many weight loss trends over the years, right? They had so many. And I remember back when they were giving, like you guys call it the mommy's little helper. The problem is that I was taking it because I had ADD. They continued giving it to me as a child, which meant that I got to have adult ADD. And if I don't take medication, I put on a ridiculous amount of weight. So that's the same thing with Ozempic. A friend of mine is on it. It's not working the way that they said it would for her. She's doing it because she had thyroid cancer. And with thyroid cancer, she put on an extreme amount of weight. When I say extreme, I mean 200 pounds because of the thyroid cancer. So in order to do the surgery, another surgery that she has to have done, she has to lose weight, and she has to lose 75 pounds to get this surgery. So now she's going to have to stay on the shot for the rest of her life, and that's something that is scary for her. So I will say it seems like a good thing for some people, and for others, I think it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I think what's different with Ozempic and what you see with these others is that the others were speed your metabolism up. And honestly, I'm not sure what Ozempic does, but it seems to be more effective. I mean, you look at 100 pounds in a year. That's a lot of weight.
Ozempic uses Mounjaro. Mounjaro is what causes your weight to be lost.
Yeah, that didn't help me because I don't know what Mounjaro does either. So I'm not sure what the mechanism is that's causing it, but it is different. It's different than Fen-Phen. It's different than the other drugs we've seen over the last years to help someone lose weight. And I will say this, I see your hand up, Corey, I'll come to you. But I will say this, for people who are overweight, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to keep the weight off. I don't suffer with that myself, but I know people that do, and I understand it. So I'm not upset that there's a drug out there. Now, melting yourself away, I don't know if that's a good idea, but I'm not upset that there's a drug out there that actually helps with this, because that's a tough battle to fight if you're dealing with it. Go ahead, Corey.
I was just wondering, wouldn't it be cheaper just to do coke like regular people?
Well, you got bail and fines and restitution when it comes to that. So typically, no, it's probably cheaper to go with Ozempic.
Corey, you're
but here's the thing: running from the cops, up all night. I would think that would be great weight burners and stuff. And long as you're active, that's what I thought. I don't.
Well, I think meth, honestly, it would be the better if you're going to go illicit drugs for weight loss. I think meth is it. When I worked dope, there was a term for girls is that you can speed your titties away with meth as quick as possible. Your acid titties are going to go away first.
Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah. Okay. Sacrifice. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Yeah, I'm a guy that struggles with this stuff. I didn't always look like I do. I used to be what the Marine Corps standard for my size would have been, a nice 180 rounded. But in recent years, I've struggled with my weight and other health issues. So I could pay $60 or more a day for coke or meth, depending on what it is. But it's cheaper to pay $60 a month for the fat kid stick, while I also obviously still have to do the work, right? So pick your battles wisely.
Now, I will say there's some out there like Jonah Hill. If you take a look at his drastic change, there's a few celebrities out there, and a lot of them's like, "Oh, I'm not using Ozempic," but it's real strange. All of a sudden, right now in this time period, all these people have been successful at diet and exercise to win this battle with obesity. So.
Jonah Hill can get rid of the weight, but he can't get rid of the gayness. So
I don't know if they have the pill for that yet. Yeah. Maybe they will. That would be a wonderful day.
So then I'd have to see what happens. I'd have to see what happens to them after they quit that drug. They going to get it right back again? I'd have to assume they will.
We'll be watching. But it's interesting if you'll pay attention to celebrities, this Ozempic face. It's a similar face we saw in the video. Pay attention to celebrities out there. You'll see it. I've seen it more than I'm surprised how often I've seen it, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Pretty
Joe,
weird.
I just wanted to tell you, Jamie has his hand up.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Ozempic, Manjaro, Wegovy, they're all GLP-1s. It's just a gut hormone, stimulates insulin release. Suppresses glucagon. I put some one pill about it, but yeah, that's what it is. It's not speed or anything like that, and it's for diabetes.
It's for weight loss too. That's what I'm hearing anyway. Go ahead. Who is this here? Is this Miss Chris Hoyt? Go ahead, Ms. Chris Hoyt.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of medical. I have learned a lot, but I schedule surgeries. My daughter's using one of those, not Ozempic, but another one. It got different components. And from what I understand is the difference is it doesn't affect your pancreas and things. They work by changing your blood sugar. That's the only thing I really know about them. And there are all kinds of horrible side effects with them. And if I thought it was safe, I'd do it because I'm overweight. But I don't think it's safe.
I'd give it a maybe a year or two and see. There's enough people out there doing it. It must be somewhat safe. Medicare, I think, has picked it up. It's cheaper now. And I don't know exactly why I know that. Something that Trump did with an executive order brings that to the masses for weight loss. So I'm curious to see what it does over the next year or so.
Wasn't there a weight loss thing some years ago that ended up really bad with terrible
Fin.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Lawsuits of all kind. Yeah.
You know what? I can't think of a weight loss drug that has had some success that didn't end that way. So that's why I said give this a year or two, and we'll see what happens with it. But it's interesting, and if it works for these folks, I'm happy for it. I think losing 100 pounds in a year is pretty extreme.
Yeah, that is extreme.
Knock yourself out. Put your return in whatever room you choose at your house. That's the way I look at it. Get it? Get it, Frank?
Yeah.
AC return in whatever room you like.
Yeah.
I was just going to say my daughter's doing really well on the one that she's used. I don't remember the name of it, but it just terrifies me. She's 5'2" and weighed more than I did, and I'm 5'3", and so I'm just going to watch and see what happens, and hopefully it does well and it doesn't harm any other components of her body, any of her other organs.
Yeah. Wow. That's
and if it's something, if you're not diabetic, if it's something you could take for 4, 5, 6 months, get to the weight you need, and develop some sort of a healthy lifestyle to maintain it, I think that's probably the course of action to go.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not real big on drugs. I just think that there's just too much that happens. I don't know. I'm not big on drugs.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of drugs, but I do say I wouldn't want to live in 1850 again.
No.
I think drugs have improved our life, and
well, they have.
They may have damaged it in others, but we'd live a better life because of pharmaceuticals.
Well, that's true. That is true. In certain cases, yeah. Blood pressure medicines and things of that nature, yeah. Blood thinners.
I got you, Frank, but we're pushing some time here. Before we get to the next video, just me, go ahead.
I was wondering, this may just be funny, but it's about that stupid reservoir thing. Do you guys think that maybe they planned it that way so that people didn't come over to their house?
The return by the toilet?
Yeah.
If they did, that's poor planning.
I do.
That's poor planning.
It sounds like something I do to keep people out of my house.
Yeah, just learn to say no. Don't.
Yeah, that's funny.
AC is your fart fan. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think they just had. It had to be a place with no basement. Maybe like because everything looks small. Maybe like a small apartment or something of that nature. They might do something like that. You know,
or you can put duck. Return can go somewhere else.
Yeah. It could. No doubt.
So that's horrible placement. So
yeah.
I don't think they did it to keep people out of their house.
Thanks for pointing that out, because I posted a picture where mine is.
Uh-oh.
It's right outside the bathroom door. So guess what? That's not a good thing.
You know what? It's not as bad as this one, though. Nothing will escape the one that we're showing in the video. Any putrid smell comes from your butt. It's going to go right into the AC unit.
That's funny. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Hey, when the AC is running, you can use it to hold your toilet paper. You can pull it off and stick it over there. It'll just stuck up to the grill until you're ready for it.
Only you could think of that. That never entered my mind, Joe.
It never entered my mind to put the AC unit there, but now that it's there, I'm on it.
Yeah. Might as well make it useful.
Well, we've got Doc in the space with us, and it's been very quiet about Oregon. So let's take a look at this. Let's change that.
All right.
New York Post has this. A member of a state panel advising the director of Oregon's health authority made a wild first impression at a meeting by proclaiming, "I use they, them, and turtle for my pronouns."
Oh, God.
JD Holt, who also goes by JD Terrapin on Facebook, made the declaration with a straight face while introducing themselves. That's how the New York Post wrote this. While introducing themselves at a virtual council meeting on December 20th, we have, I think, a clip of this half human, half turtle introducing herself. I believe this is a female. Introducing herself. Here it is. Let's listen.
Hello, everybody. It's JD with turtle and pronouns. Pronouns are turtle and they, them. Hello, everybody. It's JD. I use they, them, or turtle for pronouns. Hello, everybody. It's JD. They, them, and turtle for pronouns in the Springfield, Eugene area.
I got to say, this Ninja Turtles remake looks a bit strange. I don't know what happened. Usually the Ninja Turtles were in pretty good shape, weren't they? But they did eat a lot of pizza, and that catches up with you after a while. So I'm not going to make fun of this woman. Honestly, I'm glad she's finally coming out of her shell. Even if the news of this person does leave me a bit shell-shocked. That's really all. That's it. That's all I had on this. I just wanted to make a couple of turtle puns, a couple of Ninja Turtle jokes and turtle puns, and then we're out. That's all that needs to be said. Because I don't think we need to spend time explaining why it's absurd to identify as a turtle. Although, just for the record, it's not any more absurd than any other false self-identification that you hear from these people.
Yeah.
A man is as much a woman as he is a turtle, in the sense that he's totally not a woman at all, just as he's totally not a turtle at all. I do wonder about the grammar here, because even if she is a turtle.
All right, well, he's getting in the weeds on that. I don't think you have to dig too deep when somebody's claiming to be a turtle.
But man.
The great state of Oregon, that person sits on a mental health advisory board and identifies as a turtle. If you didn't see the video, folks, it looks just like you think it would. Overweight, short haircut, and some colors in there. And, of course, identifies as a turtle.
Yeah.
Doc, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm saying I had nothing to do with it. This is a prime example of the occupied territory of Oregon. We are Marxist occupied, and this is what happens. But he did get one minor fact wrong in his video there. This person or whatever actually sits on the governor's mental health advisory board. So consider that for a minute.
Oh, wow. Wow. Just wow.
So just more stuff you learn on X. Every day that goes by, your education in diversity gets deeper and deeper, Frank.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, there's an epidemic of mental health issues today. That's how else can you explain that? How else can you explain that? For someone to think that they're a friggin' turtle. I mean, you almost have to feel sorry for them because we're just pandering to them and not saying, you're a fucking idiot. You really need some help. They're just.
Did you not pay attention to the first video? I thought we went through this, Frank, on pronouns.
Yeah.
You let somebody know that you want to hear this.
Yeah.
Accept their pronouns. So call that thing turtle. So you know that you want to hear.
Yeah.
What it says.
Yeah. 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 They want acceptance. They want everyone to accept them for their craziness.
Let me ask you this, Frank. What do you think about Jaguars? You a fan or not a fan?
I have no thoughts about Jaguars. They're a cat, big cat, powerful cat.
We'll listen to this sad story.
Oh boy.
The jaguar, the largest cat in the Americas, declining in population worldwide, classified as endangered in Mexico. Throughout the Western Hemisphere, from northern Argentina to the southern United States, the predator is emblematic, but its survival is threatened by illegal hunting, habitat loss, and more recently, expanding barriers along the US-Mexico border.
En realidad, el muro fronterizo sigue siendo un problema.
In reality, the border wall remains a problem in the sense that it causes connectivity issues between the two countries. In reality, for the jaguar, the most recent census showed that there are now 5,300 left in Mexico.
5,300 jaguares.
As US President Donald Trump works to expand the US-Mexico border wall, scientists warn the big cat species, as well as other regional fauna, will be further threatened. Conservationist Gerardo Ceballos says interventions, coupled with technology, could protect migration routes.
What we have suggested are crossing points along the border wall where jaguars can pass. Wildlife crossings or even electronic sensors that can distinguish animals from people could maintain the flow of the species.
Now, Frank, why do we have to listen to some Mexican guy tell us what we need to do with our border wall? That's interesting, right?
Yeah, we don't. Tough shit. We don't need your jaguars over here.
Jaguar.
Yeah, jaguar. I can't even pronounce it the way he did. But yeah, there's more stupidity. Keep hunting them. If you have a jaguar problem, that's, we're not going to drop our walls and bring them in so they can eat our kids in the backyard playing. They've got enough problem with mountain lions in California. So they're nuts. Just stop that bullshit. It's just too crazy. What are we going to do next? Allow the elephants to roam and jaguars and lions and tigers? Oh God!
Elephants roam?
Yeah.
We don't let elephants roam. I thought elephants roamed.
Yeah, they don't roam here.
Because you got an elephant watcher.
There you go. Elephant watcher.
I'm not real concerned about the jaguars or the Mexicans being upset about the wall.
Yeah,
they'll get over
shit. Yeah. Get over it.
Let's go to Just Me and then Doc. Go ahead, Just Me.
I'm sorry. That was me just wanting to. I'm sorry. My hand was up. I was trying to hit the 100%. Sorry.
All right, let's go to Doc then.
Well, I think it was one of Frank's classmates. This sums up a lot of the stuff we've looked at today. One of Frank's classmates once said that wasn't sure if we were being ruled by really dumb people who mean it, or really smart people who are putting us on.
Who was that? George Carlin?
No, that was Will Rogers.
Oh, Will Rogers. Yeah. No shit, man. I'll tell you. You got, I don't know, man. How can you explain any of it? You can't. They just don't make any sense. Common sense, anyway. Which there seems to be a large shortage of that.
Yeah, I don't know on this issue. It was interesting. This was an English reporter talking to Mexicans about our U.S. border wall.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn about the cat. If the cat can't get across the fence, then it's a dumb cat. I've never known a fence to keep a cat out.
No,
with you. But he wants there's breaks in the wall. You want breaks in the wall so you can keep pushing people through there. We've had enough of that. Hopefully that is the case.
Something tells me he just wants to keep on illegally smuggling his people through.
Yeah.
Well, you got keep a watch on this. Actually, there are some border wall that's going in, I believe, in Arizona and a either state or national park. That there's going to be some lawsuits over because they're saying that it's going to stop the jaguar from migrating into the United States. Which I'm cool with that, right? If we had a fence to keep alligators out of just in Florida and there wouldn't be anywhere else, I'd be down with that too. I'm okay.
Absolutely, yeah, me too. Yeah.
What about the herpes infected monkeys though?
They all need to be shot. We don't have enough time to get into that right now. We only got 6 minutes left in this episode, so I'm not going to waste it on herpes monkeys, but we can talk about it in the space afterwards. Yeah. Let's go back to Minnesota, our favorite state. We like.
Oh man,
them poor folks are going through it. The poor Somalians are going through it. They're under duress with both ICE deportations,
good.
And now they're looking at their daycares. The daycares aren't proper. Here's a gentleman that sums it up. I think clearly, and he's obviously not biased.
Daycare centers in Minnesota, and we are now having all of our funding taken away because of some misinformation posted on X by a random guy calling himself a journalist, saying that this is fraud, that $19 billion is too much to run thousands of daycare centers for people in Minnesota. And yes, the Somali community has a lot of kids, so they need a lot of daycare centers. Do you know how much crayons cost, Elon? Do you know how much tables, chairs, security, heating, food, educational books and documents cost? They cost a lot of money. I'm spending $50 million a month on my daycare centers. And yes, they are empty because we are waiting for the children to come. And yes, some of them are in sheds and shacks because we don't have enough money to fund all of the daycare centers. We need more cash, not less. And Tim Walz has done everything he can to make sure we get that cash. And now you want to take it away because of some misinformation you made up? Because you don't like the fact that those of us in Minnesota and the Somali community need more daycare centers because the kids need somewhere to learn, somewhere to grow, somewhere to be while the parents are at work? It's not okay. You can't just shut us down. I take a salary because I need to get to work. I need 2 cars, one for work and one to get things to work because I'm the one running 65 daycare centers on my own. What am I supposed to do? I need clothes. I need a roof over my head. I need a spare apartment near the daycare center so I can go home and, brush up on what I need to teach. These are necessities, expensive necessities, so people can have daycare. And now it's gone. I hope you're happy.
Hope you're happy, Frank. Hope you're happy. And I know we all want to be fiscally conservative and healthy, especially when it comes to our public budgets. But are we going too far when we start digging in on healthcare? I mean, where are the kids going to go when their parents are at work? Doesn't it take a village? Are we wrong with this?
Yeah, he's full of shit. That's got to be a spoof. Nobody could be as especially with the nose ring.
The nose ring sells it right there. That dude cares. If you got a nose ring, you got jewelry in your septum, that means you care.
Yeah, I care. I don't know what it is you care about, but it's not. That had to be a joke video. It had to be. I mean, it's obvious the whole thing is a fraud. There's no kids in those places, and they're ripping off the taxpayers. It's just that simple. Now
he explained it. Crayons cost money, and
he's full of shit.
Arrived. The kids hadn't gotten there yet.
Yeah, they hadn't gotten there yet. This been going on for years, apparently. But the videos that young man is putting out kind of tells the whole story. This guy here is full of shit.
He's talking about that young man you speak of as a so-called journalist.
Yeah.
Lies.
Yeah, lies. Yeah. Videos. Yeah.
Walz, who's doing great things, providing crayons, tables, and funding.
Yeah. Videos don't lie. Yeah, videos don't lie. They, and he even went up to these women and did you see the one where he's asking, how do I get my son Joey in here? And the gal goes, you can't get him here. No, there's no kids. And it's whoever that was, he's just out of his mind, or it's a joke video, one of the two. I don't know which.
And I'll say again, did you not see the septum ring, the nose ring?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw it.
That's like a calling card for.
It is for nut jobs. Yeah, he sounded a little fruit too, if you ask me.
Well, that also shows that he cares.
Yeah, he cares.
More for some than others.
Yeah, he cares for his same gender.
All right, I got your hand up in there, just me. Is that a real hand or?
No, it's a real hand.
Right, go ahead.
I just had a question. Did I hear the guy say that he had to go and prepare lessons that he has to teach. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
daycare ever has teachers that teach the children?
It's called head. What do you not understand about that? They're teaching ABCs and 1, 2, 3s.
And this guy needs to have an extra apartment nearby so that he can go and make sure he can.
So he
teach
can
that.
he can prepare for his diversity lessons. That's the hard part, teaching these kids diversity young.
I see. I see. Okay.
All right, folks, we are at the end of our show. We're out of time. Catch us next Tuesday, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern for the Frank and Joe show. We're going to start doing this on the regular. Frank, what'd you think about today's show?
It was good. It was good. We had good topics. It was good. I'm good with it.
All right. Well, let me leave you with this.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck you too. That's a good one.
Happy New Year, Frank, and Happy New Year to you guys out there. I think Frank and I'll join you guys in the space for a little while, but appreciate you tuning in.
Thanks a lot.